How did you come to write this book?
What really struck me was that too few books were about my people. Where are our stories? Where's our representation?
Would you give us the pleasure of reading an excerpt?
Yo, Sharonda, girl, you be pregnant again? If I is, Ray Ray's gonna be a real father this time around. Thank you.
There's already so much buzz because of the movie deal.
Michael B. Jordan is circulating.
We want to put him on the cover in one of those scarves, I guess you would call them, tied around his head.
A do-rag?
Do-rag, that's it. Do-rag and a tank top with the muscles showing.
Somebody call the fire department.
We're thinking we can get it out in time for Juneteenth.
Hello everyone and welcome to another movie review. I am happy that you can join me today. If you are new to this channel, welcome. Click the subscribe button for future notifications and updates. Click the like button and share this content with other movie fans. So a few days ago, I was fortunate to watch an advanced screening of the upcoming film American Fiction. It is a drama with comedic moments and it stars Jeffrey Wright, Sterling K. Brown, and Tracy Ellis Ross. It was written and directed by Cord Jefferson, and it was based on the 2001 novel Eraser by Percival Everett. It premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival on September 8th, and it will be released in theaters on December 15th and December 22nd. There are two release dates. The running time is about 2 hours. The story centers around Thelonious Ellison. His nickname is Monk, and he's a professor and a writer, and he is played by Jeffrey Wright. Monk writes books that no one reads and no one buys, and he's in the middle of writing a book that he's been working on for a number of years at the beginning of the story. So when the university where he teaches forces him to take a break, he goes back home to Boston to visit his family. When he learns that his mother has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's, he needs to find the money to put her in a home. He decides to write a stereotypical black story as a joke, because he feels he has to dumb down to write a book that sells. He got the idea when he went to an author's interview. This author is played by Issa Rae, and when she reads an excerpt from her new book, he dismisses the book as a piece of junk. But it bothers him that her book sells. After quickly writing his stereotypical black story, his editor tells him that a publisher picked it up and a Hollywood studio executive bought the rights to turn it into a movie. When he thinks the project has gone too far because he thinks the book is not worth the deal, he tries to put a stop to the deal only to find out that his junk of a story is about to make him rich. Now, there is more to this story. He sold his junk book under a pen name, and that took on a life of its own. His sister, played by Tracy Ellis Ross, is a doctor that just went through a divorce. His brother Cliff, played by Sterling K. Brown, is a plastic surgeon who recently came out of the closet, and he has his own issues that stem from their parents. Lorraine is their mother's longtime housekeeper who watched Monk and his siblings grow up. And then there is a lawyer, Coraline, who lives across the street from their mother's beach house. Monk took a liking to her when she told him she bought and read one of his books. And that is still not all to this story, but I don't want to give more away. I would rather you watch it because there are some funny moments, and at times it is hilariously funny. So I am going to give this film 4 out of 5 stars. This is one of the best films I have watched all year. When I left the theater after it was over and I was thinking about what I was going to write in this review, I wanted to be as objective as possible because I saw myself in Monk. I am an educated writer who writes books that no one reads, and I wanted to separate my personal feelings and focus on the quality of the film. And I realized what makes this a great film and one of the best of the year is the script. The plot and the dialogue are top notch. Not good, excellent. There is a scene in which Monk and Issa Rae's character, I forgot her character's name, they are having an intellectual debate. I wouldn't call it an argument, I call it a disagreement. And even though they disagree, they are both right, they both have good points, and therefore no one is wrong. And in my opinion, it's probably one of my favorite scenes in the entire film. Some of the best films ever made created a shift in the right direction, whether it is a change made within people and how they view the world, or a change in the film industry, and it is only a matter of time in which we find out if this movie creates a shift and what that shift looks like. And I say that because this movie fearlessly tackles the problem with publishing companies and the film industry focusing on a section of the Black population while ignoring the part of the population that Monk belongs to, thereby continuing to perpetuate the stereotype that Black people come from the ghetto, they speak Black English, and many of them have served jail time. And so the experience of selling a dumb, stereotypical novel turns Monk into the stereotypical angry Black man. But I left the theater thinking two things. One, having white people as gatekeepers in both the publishing industry and the film industry does a disservice to Black intellectual writers like Monk. And two, I have to ask the question, are the white gatekeepers buying certain Black stories because they want to continue to perpetuate the stereotypes, or because they are looking for stories that make a profit? Which is what Issa Rae's character says in their disagreement. She stands by her novel because she is paying attention to what the market wants. But Monk's point is we are better than that. We are better than the stereotypes. And there are many Black folks that don't want to buy these stereotypical stories anymore, which he is right about. The story is well paced, and the conversations in the movie seems natural and organic. There are shots in the film that actually look like pictures. They are less of cutaway shots and more of insert shots where no one is talking and no one is doing anything. Certain scenes you just hear the piano playing the soundtrack, very jazzy. There's a couple of shots where Monk is just thinking and getting frustrated with his life. Those are some great shots right there, some reaction shots. I feel like this is a movie I am going to rewatch from time to time for years to come because it is enlightening at times and also at times it's a little bit poetic. It is well acted, well directed, well edited film. A solid, great movie. I saw an interview right here on YouTube and I learned that this is Jefferson's directorial debut. He has never even made a short film before, let alone a feature. So prior to this film, he was working in a writer's room, and before that, he was a journalist. But he did admit that he is over 40, so I think his age is a big advantage to being able to make a great film the first time around as a filmmaker. So that is all for today, my friends. I could say a lot more about this film. I could analyze this film more deeper because this is such a great movie, but I don't want to give the entire story away. I would love it if you guys saw the movie for yourself and let me know what you think of it. I will end this review by sharing this. The film was picked for Regal Cinema's Monday mystery movie, where you go into the theater blind, not knowing what you are going to see. And because tickets are $5 at these Monday mystery movies, a few people left the theater in the first 10 minutes of showtime. A couple of people fell asleep. So I hope that this review encourages moviegoers to give this film a chance. This film is worth the price of an admission ticket. Keep in mind, here in New York City, the average cost of a movie ticket is now $19-20. And so, in my opinion, this is the first time that Regal Cinemas picked an Oscar-worthy film as the Monday mystery movie. I kid you not. This film deserves at least a nomination for Best Adapted Screenplay. The screenplay is really that good. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time with another movie review. Until then, take care and have fun at the movies.